Hi everybody, it's Tristan here from Evolve EdTech again. Welcome back to another one of our Jamboard collection videos. In this series, we're going to show you our 20 Jamboard templates that we have created, and I'm just going to show you where to get your templates and just give you some ideas on how you could use those templates in your classroom. So welcome back for the fourth of our videos. Thank you very much for joining us again. We greatly appreciate it. Now, just before we get into going to the Evolve EdTech website, just a reminder, if you haven't done so already, we would love it if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel. So that is Evolve EdTech on YouTube. It would be fantastic. It would give me a lot of confidence to continue to making these videos for you, because I really want to share my love of technology and just trying new things in the classroom to engage our students, because they're moving into a brand new world. I'm not talking about the novel as well. They're moving into a world that's going to be very different to some of our lives. So they need to be prepared for the use of and incorporation of technology into their lives and their working lives. So we need to bring and develop their skills in these areas. So that's what I really want to try and do when it comes to using technology with my students. And I hope I'm going to be able to show you this as well. So please go and subscribe. Please share my channel with other people, colleagues, friends. Let's get the word out there. Let's pay it forward and start to share our expertise with each other. So that would be really cool if you could do that. Anyway, my name is Tristan. I am the creator of Evolve EdTech. You may have previously known us as the EdTech teacher. Earlier, or a few months ago in Australia here, I decided that it would be time to maybe rebrand and refocus my passion, and that's where Evolve EdTech came together. And it was a very late night decision. In fact, it was about midnight or 1 a.m. when the name was selected. I was using a lot of name generators on the internet, and my friends and colleague Kerry was actually ironically still awake, and she was the first person who I asked about the new name, and she loved it. So it went from there, and then all of a sudden I was creating the logo and I was buying the new website and getting ready. So that's where it sprung from. We're only very new still, but hopefully we will continue to grow and evolve into something amazing where I can share my love of technology with you. So please hang around with us, stick around with us. We'll get there eventually, but hopefully I'll be able to be a big EdTecher one day. Anyway, so let's go and get started by going to the Evolve EdTech website, where I'll show you where to get our 20 Jamboard templates. If you don't know what Jamboard is, it's a fantastic tool from Google. It's like a digital whiteboard where you can do a lot of really cool things with Jamboard. And I'm going to show you how we can use some different templates to engage and connect our learning and the technology with our students. So if you head to evolveedtech.com, and it is just, if you see down here, and you can't see me because my hands, oh, there we go. You can see down the bottom there's the ticker. Evolveedtech.com is where you need to go to access my website. It is still very much a work in progress. So if you are watching this now and it's still pretty empty, it's gonna happen eventually. If you're watching this in the future and I've been able to find some time to do more, excellent. Thanks, that's good. So to access the Jamboard templates, we're just going to head to Evolve EdTech and head to our menu at the top of the page here. And we're going to head to the Evolve Resources tab. Now, this is where I'll just have a whole range of different resources or categories or sections or things that I create. And this is where you'll be able to find them here. So we're going to head down to the Jamboard tab. At the moment, oops, mine's disappeared. There it is. You'll see that it does actually say that there are 2 collections. At the moment, there's only one completed Jamboard collection. The second one will be in the works, but that's where you'll be able to find it. So if you go to the Jamboard templates e-collection number 1, this is where you'll find the 20 Jamboard templates that I have created so far. Now, these are all 100% free. Will always be 100% free, because I am in the belief of paying it forward from my friend Kim Martina. So they are there for you to use. You will see the accordion here. So obviously when you click on one of these, it will open up. And then when you click on another one, it will close the previous one and then it will open the next one there, just to make it a little bit easier for you to find them there. They are listed in alphabetical order in this first group of 20. So they are there for you to go and have a look at. You'll notice that when you get in there, there are the 4 templates shown. There are some images there. You can't do anything with those images, but they are there for you just to see what they look like. There's a very short description or overview of the template, and then you will find the links to the 4 colors that they are available in. They are all available in blue, green, red, and yellow, all right, which are the Evolve EdTech colors. So you can go and choose the color or template that works with you or you like. Now, as I've mentioned in the past couple of videos, look, when I created these, there were a lot of links. There's a lot of linking and a lot of URL changing that you need to make when you are creating templates, and especially when you've got 4 different colors per template and you've got 20 templates, it's a lot of work, a lot of links. So I may have not change the links in all of the templates to force you to make a copy, and they'll open up and require you to make your own copy. It's really simple. It's not hard. I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to say that it's probably going to happen again in today's video. It happened in the last video and the previous video, but I'll show you how to get around that. It's really simple, so don't stress about that too much. So today we're looking at the chapter summary. So we've looked at the 25-word summary so far. We've looked at the assessment, reflection grid, and the brain dump. Now we're looking at the chapter summary. And this, again, is a really cool one that you could do individually or you could complete as a class. Okay, so there's a couple of options and ways to do this here. There is one problem with this particular template, and I'll talk about that when we get into having a look at it, but it's actually really easy to fix. It's not a big problem that means you can't use this template. It just means you're going to have to use a little bit of creativity when it comes to how you're going to approach it, especially if you've got a large novel. So let's go and have a look at one of our templates. And I think I'm going to go and have a look at the yellow template today. So far I've shown a blue, a green, a red template. I'm going to show a yellow template just because we haven't looked at one yet. So the chapter summary, obviously it is a summary table to summarize a chapter. It could be a chapter in a novel, could be a chapter or a scene in a play. Just because it says chapter, you could manipulate that. Okay, so it could be a scene in a play, it could be an act, it could be a textbook chapter, it could be an article. Okay, maybe you've got some articles, you've got some readings. Okay, it could be a reading summary. Okay, so manipulate it to suit your particular need. So even though it's called a chapter summary, you can decide how you're going to approach this. So let's go and click on our chapter summary yellow tab here. Yes, and it has done what I thought it would do. So it hasn't it hasn't forced you to make a copy, but that's okay. So to create your own copy, all right, please don't request access, because I'm not going to give you access to this, because there's this really cool thing where you can go and make your own copy if you don't know about that. So if you head up to these 3 dots next to the share button and click on that, and you scroll down here to make a copy, it's going to make a copy of this template, place it into your Google Workspace, your G Drive, and then you'll be able to access and use it with your class and your students. That's really simple. So easy, so quick, so convenient. So that is there and available for you. So please just click the 3 dots next to the blue share button and then just head down to make a copy. Rightio, when this appears, let's go and explore our chapter summary. All right, so really simple, okay? Really simple. As I said, and this might be something that I do in future, but if you want to manipulate this, you certainly can, or you can certainly take the template and create it into something that you would like to do. So this particular template here, we're going to write down the name of our text, our chapter. We might talk about characters that were introduced in this particular chapter. It might be the scene of the play, okay? You might like to maybe change this by, you know, popping a shape over here. A shape, hang on, here they are. It's a circle, but that's okay. You might put a circle on here, okay, and we might make that a bit of a darker color so that you can then put your own text there. You might decide to make that white. Actually, let's do that. Let's make it white so I can show you what you could do if you don't want to use the text that has been included in the template already. You want to include your own there. So look, it's gone. You can't see it. Now we could go in there and we could add our own title, our own segment section, our own information if we would like to. Easy peasy if we would like to manipulate it there. So as I said, really easy to go in there and to change these to suit your particular needs. So we would list any characters that have been introduced into this particular chapter, some of those key plot events. So this is where we're summarizing and we're finding those main ideas that are contributing towards our understanding of the text. And then we're going to summarize the chapter. So summarize it nice and succinctly so that we have a nice, simple, very short summary of each chapter, so that when we're going back to revise what's happened, or we want to know and, you know, go, oh, when did this happen? We can go and read those summaries there. Really simple, okay? Now, if you would like to do this with a class, collaboratively, which would be really cool. So you get the students to share ideas and you just be the person that's facilitating and typing, all right? And they're providing you all the information. We can add new frames. Now, that is what Google and Jamboard refer to these particular slides in Jamboard. They are frames, so we can access them up the top here. So if we click on here, what we can do is we can add a new frame by clicking on the plus button. So it's going to add a new frame. It's just going to duplicate the frame essentially. We can also click on our three dots and we can duplicate our frames here as well. I think my computer's just being a bit slow today, but I think it just appeared and then disappeared. But it'll come up there and it will allow you to duplicate that particular frame. It'll also allow you to delete if you have accidentally added more frames than you need. So it's really simple to use there. Now, as I did mention, there was one slight technicality that might occur if you are reading something that is quite substantial in length, that with Jamboard, you can only have a maximum of 20 frames per jam. Now, that's okay. If I was going to be you, I would just be creating a new Jamboard file and just continuing with it, okay? So using the same color and then maybe just creating a new file. Now, the other really cool thing that you can do with Jamboard is that we can download our jams as PDFs or images. So if we head up to our three dots up the top here, let's go to our three dots up the top here, we can download as a PDF. And that should download as a PDF eventually. Yes, there it is down the bottom. You won't be able to, actually, no, let's go and have a look at that. So you can download it as a PDF. There it is, not there. It's hidden somewhere, but you can download it as a PDF. You can also, by clicking on your three dots, you can download it and save it as an image. So if you want to put it into your slides, which would be really cool, so you create it in Jamboard. Oh, there it is. It's on the wrong screen, so you can't see that. Let me pull. You're not going to be able to see that. But oh, there it is. Beautiful. It's on my second screen. Let's hide that. There we go. So that is the PDF version of our jam. So you could do that and then distribute it to the students that way, which would be really cool once you've completed your summary, especially if there's some kind of assessment or exam related to this particular text that you're reading or looking or exploring. So you could do that. If you wanted to download it as an image, you could put it into slides. We could put it onto sites, Google Sites. We could put it into our classroom. Okay, we could display it in our classroom if we have a classroom. So many different ways to be able to use this awesome template. So as I said, feel free to go in there and manipulate these headings if you'd like to change them. Just figure out a way to be able to remove those texts and change it to whatever you would like. But it's a really cool way to be collaborative with the kids, to get them involved. You might even give this to the students and get them to add them, or allocate students a chapter and get them to complete them so that we have a collaborative summary together. So many different ways that you could use the chapter summary in your classroom. So feel free to go over to our website, download the template and play with it with your students. So that is the chapter summary template that we have created for Jamboard from Evolve EdTech. So thank you so much for joining us again and staying with us for almost 10 minutes now. I really appreciate your support. Just a reminder, if you haven't done so, and I'm going to keep harassing you, so please just do it if you haven't done it, and please share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click that notification bell so you know when we release new stuff. I'm hoping to do more moving forward, and sharing my passion with you as I find new tools that we could use in our classroom. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned. There are more videos coming out about each of those 20 templates in this first series of our Jamboard e-collection from Evolve EdTech. Thank you so much for joining us again. My name is Tristan, and until next time, stay safe, everybody.